Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams. They need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. It's Burrow. Complete to his giant Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From midfield now, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here is 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Quick completion to Henry. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks 21-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Completed to Hyatt. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. He's got Bellinger. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't it?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 96 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people open downfield.
7 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Henry here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A give, running right, Achane. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you check
down the numbers? There he goes. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
At the Seahawks 13-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Touchdown! Devon Achane. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And running with power here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
From the 34 now, here. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Richardson. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Abanikanda is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Now, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This now a 3rd and 4. Richardson. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Seahawks at 13-2 on the year. Well, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the take it.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. There, Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he returns this to the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Achane. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here now, 2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Jackson Hill on the coverage.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Looking left side of he's got a man. That's Crawford. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Burrow's the throw completed to Hyatt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay,
this has
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
Here's a give up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Here's Richardson to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because Those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's Richardson. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Hands it off out of the gun. Taken down at the 42.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores in the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
In motion right, Campbell. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst right there as they'll take this down to the 33. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Richardson eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this.
And he's across the choke. Kanda. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Burrow will throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense. No.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
He can't get him down. Oh, he bowls over him. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Burrow.
He finds his man complete. It's Crawford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And then you know that expression, he just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Richardson under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
It's now 3rd and 12.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Richardson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Achane. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 17.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Buccaneers 38, Seahawks 24.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs ready to take over once again. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, here's Burrow. Throw caught by Achane. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he stays up. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there, 83 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now Burrow.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run, Achane. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devon Achane taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Richardson working from the gun.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
Looking for Campbell downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from one 46 to the other on a pickup of 8.
On third down, it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now Richardson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Buccaneers, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.